Alright, so a lot of things pretty much happened in the course of 24 hours, and I kind of just want to do a quick review of things, honestly, and kind of give my certain opinion on things because it seems like a lot of things are just happening right now. But first of all, let's get the fun thing out the way. Guile is revealed for Street Fighter 6. Honestly, mans look amazing, and I'm not gonna necessarily cap. Never really had a big interest in Guile, but, straight up not gonna lie, man's looking fresh. Man looking badass, honestly, 100%. I actually kind of want to play Guile a little bit when Street Fighter 6 does come out. So, nonetheless, good job, Capcom. You're actually doing some good things over here, making some good moves. All I hope to see is Cherie. Hopefully, she has a way better finisher than she did in 5, because what the F was that? But definitely 100% with Guile, I'm looking forward to it. Now, let's actually get into the news that you're probably more wanting to hear about in my, opinion about it in some shape and form. First of all, the whole Mari thing with her saying the N-word, honestly, let's just get this out the way. Usually, I don't personally really care. Honestly, I'm not gonna necessarily lie. Like, when I first heard about it, I'm just like, it's another VTuber using the N-word. At this point, I really don't care. At this point, like, in this modern day of 2022, so many people use it at this point, even if you're not necessarily black, to the point I kind of just don't care. If people are going to just say the word, they're just going to say the word. Granted, they don't need to be going full-blown racist, which obviously Mari was not trying to necessarily do. But when it comes to, using it, context is obviously everything. And from the clip that, is circulating around, obviously Mari wasn't, trying to say something intentionally racist. Like, obviously she even tried to cover it up, after she said the word on accident. So, not necessarily 100% anything you should be 100% worried about. Again, it would be a whole different story if she was being racist. It would be crazy, honestly. And again, context is everything. Like, if someone were to be like, "Oh, you filthy porch monkey, get your ass on back to the plantation, you filthy nick," and then yeah, at that point, that would be really wild. Obviously, don't use that content. Don't use that. Obviously, first of all, you call someone a porch monkey. Granted, that's like the worst thing you can absolutely go for. And let's be perfectly honest, we already know you finna pop off some racist stuff. Anyway, when it comes to things, Mari is absolutely fine. So I honestly don't necessarily think there is anything, wrong with the situation. Obviously, she didn't mean to say the word. It just happened. It's whatever. Let's just try to move on. And then obviously just like a whole bunch of things now with different people that is VTubers that is also like black and stuff. And they're kind of coming out about this situation, and also everybody else is kind of getting their two pieces and mindsets when it comes to the whole, VTubers and black people thing. Which, honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I just don't care. I don't really care, to be perfectly honest. It just seems something that just not necessarily need to be even like a big talked about issue when there's other things that could be more talked about. That is more, something that's more important, honestly. But, that's just how it is. So, anyway, when it comes down to things, there's also one other major thing, lastly, that I want to come and talk about, is that YouTube changed their policies again. One other major thing that happened is, I want to say Masahiro had ended up getting their channel yeeted in a way because of some ASMR stuff. And essentially, from the YouTube's new changes in policy, apparently ASMR stuff can be a danger to your channel, especially if you're a VTuber. And from what it's saying, apparently, if it is something that is going to draw in a minor to watch your content, potentially ASMR or some type of body contortions, that could get you into trouble, which honestly, that really shouldn't be the case. Like, I can't necessarily control whether or not a young child ends up watching my stuff. Is my stuff for children? Absolutely not. And I will actually get a steel chair before someone says anything otherwise. But 100%, it's not necessarily on the YouTuber in general, because, we don't want them to watch our stuff anyway. We just trying to do our thing, living our best life. And, if they come through and they see something that they weren't supposed to see, that's not our damn fault. But, they already have a thing. Don't they have YouTube Kids? Ain't that a thing? Why don't they just make rules for that instead of pushing it onto the main platform? Like, if you were so adamant on having that, then why do you have YouTube Kids if, you know, they're just gonna be a part of this main thing? Honestly, when it comes down to things, I just think that they shouldn't even necessarily try to worry about the minors, honestly, watching content, because again, it's not like we can control whatever the hell pretty much goes on. Honestly, I feel like if you put your video or channel at the age of, or like at the restriction of not for kids, honestly, when the whole COPPA thing was coming out and now we have to do that manually, honestly, I feel like at this point you need to just straight up like make sure that if the person that is watching the video is a minor or whatever, they shouldn't be able to watch it in any shape and form, because, you know, that their account is based on that. And, you know, there's just a lot of things that YouTube is doing wrong at the moment that honestly just needs to be fixed. And the things that they try to fix is very stupid rules. It's surprising that anybody even, you know, makes it on this platform, but people absolutely do. And, you know, we're going to just try to push our luck with it as well. Hopefully this doesn't, you know, necessarily be the death of all VTubers when it comes to the whole ASMR thing, but it is a detriment that you guys should probably keep, you know, your eyes on, mainly because I guess the main thing that kids will get drawn to when it comes to this is the fact that we look like fictional characters, even though we're our own character. And honestly, we don't have to give a damn about kids. Honestly, it shouldn't be our responsibility. But unfortunately, if you're on this platform, it low-key kinda is for absolutely no real deal reason. And honestly, if you really wanted kids to be safe, parents should obviously be looking after their own kid and seeing what they're doing, honestly. Because when it comes down to things, we can't protect them from everything. Like, a lot of the times when I make the lolly videos, a lot of the times I try to make sure that there is some type of charity that you can absolutely donate to. So if some random kid, and then I can't necessarily just watch everybody's kid, because obviously I'm not a babysitter, much less any content creator is not a babysitter. We shouldn't have to care about that. And when it comes down to things, a lot of the kids do things on their own, and they kind of just ruin their own, you know, lives and stuff, because they usually get into adult spaces when we don't want them there. And again, this channel is really for 18 plus. So if you are anybody that's not 18 plus, I highly recommend that you unsubscribe from the channel or just don't watch me ever. It's just how I feel. So yes, when it comes down to things, that's how personally I feel when it comes to it. And that's pretty much all the news I wanted to cover for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy and is informed. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, Patreon if you'd like to donate, and Quickouts Commissions is on Twitter if you'd like to see that as well. Gonna be trying to fixing up the Quickouts story so we can get that done. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.